Hello everyone, it's Coast and Weather here. Today we're talking about a new tropical storm in the tropics, Tropical Storm Delta, and this is very important. My new main focus in the tropics because Tropical Storm Delta is expected to turn into a hurricane and not only make impacts on parts of western Cuba, but also parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and even the Florida's panhandle. And hurricane-like impacts. So definitely want to stay tuned for today's video. I'll show you the live infrared satellite, the future track models, the future track, and the spaghetti models. So we'll see what each model has to predict about this tropical storm coming up in today's video, so stay tuned. Now, it is a very unorganized tropical storm right now, very not organized, but it's expected to gain that organization as we go into the future here. But let's start off with the current information. Tropical Storm Delta, maximum sustained winds was 50 knots, 60 miles per hour. Minimum central pressure was 998 millibars. Located at 16.1 north, 79.2 west. Moving winds west at 6 knots and 7 miles per hour. So yes, pretty slow storm. If this doesn't gain its more quick, if it doesn't move more quickly, then it could bring lots of flooding to where it makes impacts, but it may not, because hurricanes are usually pretty slow, and it's 7 miles per hour already, so this could bring major flooding. That's going to be a big thing that we're going to look at. But let's get to the infrared satellite, and yeah, you'll see that it's kind of moving pretty slow. The rotation in it, you can see it's very unorganized, so what I'm looking at right here, because you can hardly see like what I'm trying to focus on, it's so unorganized here. You see it's pretty quick rotation, counterclockwise rotation here. So pretty good rotation, but moving very slow. So the rotation is fast, but the movement is slow of the whole thing. As you see, very unorganized here. Yes, but it's expected to gain that more organization as we go along here. So the more organized it is, remember, that's how more strong it is. Pretty strong rainfall here, but normal for a tropical storm. But that is what's going on right now. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the track, though. This is a track on it, and yes, it's expected to be a pretty strong Hurricane Delta. And you see tropical storm right now, and by 8 p.m. Tuesday, not only is it going to turn into a hurricane, but that's when it's going to make impacts on Cuba. And as you can see, hurricane warnings are already issued. But 8 p.m. Tuesday, expected to be a hurricane and kind of hit the western part of Cuba. And then it beats a hurricane for a while, they're in the ocean, and by about 8 a.m. Friday, yes, Friday morning is what we need to be very careful about if you live in the U.S. Gulf Coast, because 8 a.m. Friday expected to be a hurricane and move on to Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and even parts of the Florida Panhandle. So again, this is almost the exact same location that's hitting the Gulf Coast that Laura did, but thankfully definitely not expected to be as strong as Laura, so that's a good thing. But still make some impacts on the Gulf Coast here. And then as we move this up, hang on a second, 8 a.m. Saturday is expected to weaken to a tropical storm as it hits central Mississippi and Alabama with mainly just strong rain and stuff, minor flooding, but not. That's when it really weakens at that point, and then it dissipates after that. But there you go, that's your track. Now I want to go ahead and show you something else in the track real quick. This is something I need to focus on, wind speed probabilities. So yes, this is very important because we need to see how strong the winds really are. And winds are a big thing in hurricanes because they're really strong and they can knock over buildings, knock over houses, and this could be really dangerous. So as you can see, good thing, the strongest that the winds can be are not on any land predicted in the future, just in the ocean, but definitely don't let that fool you. Western Cuba really is going to be slammed by this. Really strong winds expected here. Lots of strong winds expected here. So definitely just be prepared for really strong winds if you live in almost extreme western Cuba. And extreme southern Louisiana expected for some really strong winds expected. So definitely be prepared for that. Not just that, less strong winds in extreme southern Louisiana. And that's extreme. That's really just the tip of southern Louisiana getting those really strong winds. But still really strong winds expected for most of southern Louisiana. As you can see, this circled area here, really strong winds expected in the orange shaded area there. And then you see it really starts to weaken with winds. As we move up, Mississippi, as you see, Alabama, as I said, not as much winds expected, really weakens to just some thunderstorms, but really weakens from not even tropical storm impacts by then. But that is the wind track. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the spaghetti models. So these are all the models track. So as you can see, most of them, yes, do show it making this kind of curve here onto Louisiana and Mississippi and Alabama coast. Some of them really don't show it going to Alabama coast. So Alabama and Florida Panhandle, you have a less likeliness of it hitting you. I see only one model going towards you guys, so really you guys are mostly probably not going to be hit. But Louisiana, eastern coast, you guys need to be prepared. You guys are really with all the models going there, so you guys are most likely going to get hit. But yes, these are all the models here. These are spaghetti models. But let's go ahead and end off the video with the future track on this tropical storm Delta to be hurricane. So look how unorganized this is now. But we take this out in the future, really gains. Look at this. Really gains that organization here. Look how organized that gets. As you can see, more in one area, more circular kind of flow here. That's by Tuesday. And then see, it gets really organized as it hits the western tip of Cuba here. So that will be about Wednesday. And then we make this go a little bit further in the future here. As you can see, it still really keeps that organization pretty strong. Look at that, really strong organization, really strong rain and winds with that. But then as we hit Louisiana, really the biggest part of the Gulf Coast that's going to get hit really hard is southern Louisiana. Southern Louisiana only, because after that, it will make impacts, but it will be way less impacts. It really loses its organization. See, look how much organization it loses, and lots of rainfall it loses as it goes past Louisiana. Past Louisiana, it's really going to go lose its intensity, and it makes impacts on the U.S. again Friday morning, and then it goes up. But I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. If you like weather-related content, watch out for this tropical storm Delta to be hurricane, as it is my main focus. Definitely going to make impacts on some areas. But if you have any other questions, again, I think I said this, leave a comment down below. Stay safe, stay weather aware, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!